Hey golfers, or even non-golfers, are you ready to take your game to the next level? Swing by the Golf Zone in New Plymouth, Taranaki's ultimate one-stop golf shop, located in 44 Molesworth Street in the heart of the CBD. The Golf Zone has everything you need to hit fairways with confidence, from top-tier clubs by Callaway and even Titleist, and cutting-edge GPS devices by Garmin and Bushnell, to stylish men's and women's golf apparel that blends comfort and performance. They've got it all. Plus, their expert team offers personalised advice and custom fitting to ensure your gear is dialed in just for you. Club had a recent argument with a tree, shaft a little bent, the Lair of Repair has you covered. So whether you're chasing a lower handicap or just loving the game, visit the Golf Zone in-store or online at golfzone.co.nz. That's golfzone.co.nz. Tee up your best game today with the Golf Zone, Taranaki's leading golf retailer. Now let's get back to the show.
That was class.
That wasn't too bad, eh?
That was class.
Yeah.
That was dialed.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It's a second go, eh?
Yeah. They don't know that, though.
No, they don't know that. No, it's coming out. I'll splice that up a little bit because I'll make that like the ad read and then I'll make another ad read. But anyway.
Easy.
Camera rolling, audio rolling. We have a guest.
Yep, we do.
And we have a Louis.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to the Fairway Talks podcast. Today we are with Zac Reid, local legend from Taranaki. So today, just wanted to highlight some career highlights here. So 2016 New Zealand age group champs, you won the 1500 metre freestyle and you placed second in the 200 metre and the 400 metre freestyle events. The 2018 Summer Youth Olympics in Argentina, you placed 8th in the 800 metre freestyle, 9th in the 400 metre and 21st in the 200 metre freestyle. You also contributed to the mixed 4x100 metre freestyle relay, which you guys came 9th. You competed in the 2019 World Aquatics Championships, finishing 18th in the 400 metre freestyle and 20th in the 800 metre freestyle. You were also part of the 4x200 mixed 4x200 freestyle relay team that set a national record. You broke your own New Zealand record in the 800 metre freestyle during your heat at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where you finished 18th and placed 23rd in the 400 metre freestyle. At the 2020 New Zealand Short Course Championships, you smashed the national record in the 800 metre freestyle and posted a new best in the 400 metre freestyle, which was 3 minutes 40 seconds, 0.95. 0.49 seconds shy of the long-standing 1992 record. You won a record 4th Flannagan Cup ocean swim in the early 2021, and you earned the title of 2020 Taranaki Swimmer of the Year and overall 2021 Taranaki Sports Person of the Year.
It's quite an achievement.
Good stats.
There's a lot of achievements. How many of them are actually true?
Yeah, most of that.
Nice.
Most
Because he AIs it. So.
Yeah, right. Oh, crack up.
That's why I wanted to check that. It wasn't me like throwing shade or anything. That was...
I think the one I was like, when you started off with the 2016 national champs, I was like, where's he going with this? It's like, that's back in the days almost, 2016,
yeah.
I was going to do it yesterday, but I was at work and forgot, but I was going to email Mr. Stark and be like, what school records do you have for swimming?
Oh, funny story. I don't even think I have any anymore. I had one.
Hey.
That's all. I had one. It was the year 850 backstroke. That's it. Yeah.
Because you were in La Salle, eh?
Yeah, La Salle.
Yeah, I remember swimming sports every time like you'd be going up for a race, everyone would just be chanting shark bait.
Yeah.
That was class.
Yeah.
That was class.
Okay, while you're looking at your screen, shark bait, where'd it come from?
Shark bait. I think it was one of the Harrop boys, Jamie Harrop. So I'm good mates with Cole Harrop. He comes into the shop every once in a while when he needs new gear. But I think Jamie, he would have been year 13, I was year 7. They were just like shark bait, hoo-ha-ha, shark bait. And that's like how it got, because I was year 7, that no one knew much about me, but I could swim a little bit. So it stuck. And then I think all the last hour boys just held on to it. And I think they also drew, I've got a photo somewhere of, they drew like a massive fin on my back and Sharpie and wrote shark bait and like graffitied it on my back. I got home from swimming sports and Mum was like, what the hell's on your back? Yeah.
That's fantastic. That is super cool.
You grew up in New Plymouth?
Yeah.
What would be like your first kind of memories in the pool?
Oh man, I love this story. I don't remember doing learn to swim stuff. Like I kind of do, but I was out in Bell Block. So my dad has a good relationship with the pool out there. He coached out there, or he coached in town, I think, but Sue Southgate, my coach, she was out there, and I think they put me through the Learn to Swim program out there. And I remember I would have been like 6 or 7, and I got into the car after a training or a session or whatever and started bawling my eyes out. And I said to Mum and Dad, I was like, don't you ever take me back there. I'm not swimming, and that pool's too cold. I hate it. And that's like my earliest memory of swimming is me hating it, like just not getting in the cold water. And I still to this day, I hate cold water. But so I went to Puni Street down in Fitzroy, learned to love swimming there. It was like a warm pool. It was like, 15 metres long. It was real small. It was friendly. I loved it there. And then they told me I was, ready to go back to Bell Block, and I told them, piss off. And but no, that's like my earliest, it's very love-hate early days, Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny as hell, because I for the first time last night did a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Good.
It actually was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I got up to my knee and I was like, nah, straight back into the sauna. and then I puck it up and went for it. And I did 3 minutes, no problem.
You feel mean after, eh?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go again.
Yeah, nice.
I'm ready to go again. And I also want to give that that therapy thing a go, where you're in that flotation.
Oh yeah, floating
thingamabob.
sanctuary. Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. I was actually just talking to my doctor about it, and he's like, "Let me know how it goes."
Yeah.
Because
I've never done one of those. My favorite all time for like recovery is hot and colds. And so like we had down in Dunners when I was training down there, we had a cold tub and a hot tub right next to each other, and you just do like 2 minutes in each one, and you switch between it, and by the end of it, you just feel like you're floating.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. Have you done it?
No.
Highly recommend it, man.
I just jump in the spa.
But you need the cold part, So we did. I did like I think 20 minutes solid in the sauna. We got up to 80 degrees in the end in the sauna, which apparently that's quite hot.
Yeah. Well, it sounds hot.
Yeah. But highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yeah, the cold was just amazing.
Yeah. No, that's a key part of or like any comp we go to, we take baths overseas and blow up like a little, like it looks like a kiddie pool, like blow it up, and just the managers will source some ice from somewhere, and it's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
When did swimming become serious?
Oh man, I still can't pinpoint it. Like I look back and I go, oh yeah, it started going well here. This started. I think probably 13 or 14, I was like, right, this is my sport, right? So I loved snowboarding growing up. So I'd go away with Mum, snowboarding all the time. Dad, he can't ski or snowboard, so he just wouldn't come on the trips. And then like loved footy, loved rugby, loved soccer, cricket, all that kind of jazz. And like I was in all these sports teams. Like I think I played in sports teams till like year 9 at France Douglas, and then it got to the point where it was taken away from the pool, and I was realizing, right, I can actually start making teams for swimming. And I think the one thing when swimming went serious was when I stopped rugby and stopped snowboarding, because those were two sports that were like, right, you get injured a lot in these sports. Yeah, I can't risk being injured. And so I think at 13, 14, made that decision where it was like, right, I'm going to stop these sports that I love because I want to make sure that I can be the best I can be for swimming. Yeah.
And I guess in all fairness, it's worked out for you.
Oh, big time, yeah.
2020 Tokyo Olympics, what was that like?
Oh, it's so buzzy, eh? It's hard to even describe it, but like obviously the COVID games. Yes. So it was like, it was so weird. But I talk about it all the time, the like moment I walked into that Olympic pool and like looked at the roof and saw the rings on the roof, like this stadium built for 20,000 people. Yeah. I walk in, I go, holy shit, like this is way better than a Bell Block swimming pool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that.
Humble beginnings.
Being able to make it from that to that is so cool. And like, it's that, it was almost like when I made it to the games and walked into that venue, it was like a massive sigh of relief. Like all these decisions I'd made throughout my life, it's all paid off.
Yeah, because in all due respect, at 13 or 14 years old, that's really young to go, actually, I love you snowboarding, but maybe this is just going to be a hobby. And rugby, I can still watch it and support it in that sense, but I'm going to be the best damn swimmer I can possibly be. and to stick with it, that's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah,
Good genes.
I mean, yeah, it was a tough decision. I think the coolest thing and the way that I am with because I'm coaching down at Surf Club now at Fitzroy. And
Oh, fantastic.
so like the way I am with these kids that want to have fun and do different sports, I'm so okay with that. And I
Yeah.
think I just want to be able to support them into helping them make their decisions around sports. So that's like my old man. He's big swimming head. He went to the Com Games in 1990. He's like passionate about swimming.
Yeah.
And so when I made this decision, he's like, yes. But he never like forced me into saying like, oh, you should just swim and not do anything else. He obviously helped me like realize it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, it was cool to make that decision for myself, like saying, I love snowboarding, but actually this means more to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I guess in terms of a career path long term as well, the swimming is, it's not, you're not governed by the weather.
Yeah.
It's indoors, it's outdoors, it doesn't matter.
Exactly, yeah. But it's one of those sports where, I wish I chose golf or something like that.
What is your relationship with golf?
Oh, it's a funny one. It's such a fun. I haven't played in like probably 9-10 months. It's
Yeah, about the same time as Louis.
we've been talking about going for a round for ages. I'm scared of going for a round now because I'll be useless. No, I tore my labrum in my hip right before the Olympic Games. So I raced the games with the injury and.
Sorry, this is 2020?
2020,
okay.
yeah. So I had to, when I came back from overseas and we went through all the lockdowns and stuff, I had surgery and one of the things recommended to me was going out for walks. And I said to my physio, I was like, if I can swing a golf club, can I do that? And they're
That's
like,
a good 5K.
yeah. And they're like, yeah, go for it. So it started off on a cart.
Yeah.
And then
My kind of golf.
yeah, kart golf, and then and Cole and GD, so Ajit Rai, he's they always had a heap of time on their hands, and we just went and played golf together, and I learned I love it because I'm a super competitive person, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to golf, I'm not. It's
Yeah.
like I just enjoy being outside swinging. Obviously, get frustrated if I hit a rubber shot, but it's nice because it's like outside, active. You're with your mates. And there's no competitive pressure like there is in the pool for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why I love it. It's just such a release.
It's like a little mental health checkup from the neck up.
Yeah.
You can go and just, instead of having a beer with the boys, it's like, I mean, you kind of can anyway,
Yeah.
but it's like go and swing a golf club and be dog shit and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because no one's judging you. You're only judging yourself. That's the fact of it, man. Yeah. Got anything to pick up from there, grey hairs?
Grey hairs.
Check. He's got like 3 grey hairs going on.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Who would have been your key mentors in your earlier years?
I think I was really so one of the things about being in Taranaki and the reason I stayed here and trained here is I had 2 amazing coaches. So Sue and Donna. So Donna went to 2008 Olympics as a coach, and Sue she had just been grinding in New Plymouth. She had Charlotte make 2015 Worlds, I think, something like that. And so I had 2 coaches that were just like amazing, switched on, like top of the game, high performance wise. They knew. So Donna was Daniel Bell's coach, so he was Olympic finalist and stuff like that. And so I had those. I had my dad. He's amazing. He's super switched on guy. And then in my later years, as I got older, like post Tokyo stuff like that, I actually had performance psychologists and stuff like that. So they were more my mentors and helping me navigate through sport a bit. Yeah.
I noticed that you've talked about your dad a bit. What can we just go back to what is your dad doing now? What's he do now?
What's he do now? He's a police officer. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, mum and dad, we grew up Taranaki.
Yeah.
They've recently moved to Nelson. So dad's had a promotion down there.
Yeah.
He's in the force in Nelson, and mum's been able to dial her hours down a bit, which is nice, and be a professional stand-up paddleboard. No, not professional, but she's always out there, you know. I can't even get hold of her. I'll call her and she'll be like, sorry, I'm out with the girls.
Yeah.
But dad's, he's detective senior sergeant. He's been in the AOS for over 20, 25 years.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
He's, to me, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he sounds like a pretty cool guy. I mean, being in the AOS is hardcore.
Yeah.
We got I can't say exactly who, but he's in the
AOS is armed defenders, eh?
Yeah, armed defender squad.
Shit.
But a relative of mine, he's like the Secret Service, New Zealand's
Yeah,
Secret
right.
Service.
It's buzzy,
equivalent. Yeah, it's hard out, and he's a normal dude.
Yeah.
You see him in the week, most chill guy. I got mad respect for him, but yeah, he's like probably seen some shit and that is just bananas.
Yeah.
and that. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. So would it be fair to say, like, you know, your dad's a pretty cool guy, but like, would he be top 10, top 1 hero?
Yeah, well, I think everyone asked me like who I like looked up to growing up, like swimming wise, and so Dad was because he's com game, so like it was, and this is so cheeky of me, but when I made the Olympics, I looked at him and said, "I'm the better swimmer now." And so
that's good. Well done.
So it's like that was like my but I don't think I'd be the swimmer I am without him. Like he's known how to push me. Well, we've had massive blow ups, and I've told him like, "Oh, you're swimming, you're you're swimming through me," that kind of stuff, and like that. Like, there's been so many cool moments where we've like realized, oh, we're just super passionate about it. The other person is Julian Ware. So he's a local boy.
Yes.
He was a crazy swimmer, like NZ records, stuff like that. He never quite made it to that senior international level.
Yeah.
And he knows it too. He could have got there. But he was someone that I always looked up to in the pool, and I just wanted to chase him. Yeah. And so, because it's real funny, like you ask someone like a rugby player and they're like Dan Carter, or I'm just like, I reckon that's the people around you. Yeah. They're the people that like you're not doing it for, but they're helping you. They want to be on your bus. And I think they're the people that inspire me the most. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know, I think that's actually a really interesting point, because it doesn't have to be, you know, like, I mean, when I was a whippersnapper, Sean Fitzpatrick was like the man, and Christian Cullen and stuff like that. I've met Christian Cullen recently. Hell of a nice dude. Just absolute human. And I think it's probably fair to say in the last maybe 2 or 3 episodes of this that we've had, it's not someone like Dan Carter who's an inspiration or anything like that. It is the people around you. Yeah. And I think that's really special, and I think people need to maybe be more vocal about that, who are successful and so forth. You know, like, it's okay to say your mum's your fucking hero. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Because there's totally nothing wrong with that. Which is a thing. How you going there, buddy? Sorry, man.
No, great. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
What would like your training be like? Like just like a week?
So at the moment, I've actually just made a decision I want to make a team next year, so I'm going to ramp up my training. I've been kind of doing a bit of this, bit of that with the coaching. It's been cool. I've been able to coach in the water with the kids at the beach. But peak Olympic gear training, 10 swims, 3 gyms, maybe 1 or 2 physio sessions, and then like maybe a watt bike sesh or something like that. So it's like swimming Monday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, have Wednesday arvo off, double on Thursday, double on Friday, Saturday morning, and then wiggle in some gyms in there. Sunday's like rest day, so it's like full-time job. Like I tell people that I'm a professional napper. Like I'm still to this day, I can, if I've had like a full 8 hours sleep at night, I can still rock like a 3-hour nap during the day. Just because that's awesome. That's like
you're working yourself though, aren't you?
Yeah, that's like you. It's so hard. It's the tough thing in New Zealand with swimming is there's no money in it. So like I was real lucky to have people backing me. Yeah. I also straight out of high school worked as a water safety instructor to save up and buy a car, and then once I got my car, I was like, right, I'm gonna stop working, because it's just it's one of those sports that's you need to put everything into it to get everything out of it, and then if you're like skimping on recovery or stuff like that, you feel it, and it's like if you're in a 10 session training week and you have like a big Tuesday at work or something like that, that throws off your whole week. Yeah. And it's like, and then once you've thrown off a whole week, it's not the type of thing where you just can get ahead of the curve again. Like every session's for a reason, that kind of stuff. So, it's big training weeks. Yeah. Intense sport.
What, I think you said there, you know, like there's no money in it in New Zealand and stuff like that. And I think that's a very real thing with anything. Yeah. So, we think about like golf. There's no money in it in New Zealand unless you're
Foxy.
Yeah, or you're doing YouTube and you're making money that way, or you coach. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to be coaching of some sort because that's the only way you can get money in. Being a musician is exactly the same in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of your top New Zealand artists have day jobs. They struggle. Do you think that's maybe why we lose a lot of people to other countries like Australia and Europe and so forth, because you can just be full-time? Because it is a full-time job, as you've just said.
Yeah, I think so. I think for swimming, I think not even losing people to... I mean, we see a lot of kids going to the States now on scholarships, and that's almost getting paid to do it because, you know, you're not paying to live.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. As a swimmer, you have to earn enough to live pretty much. So like when I was swimming in Dunners, we get paid as swimmers, but it's pretty much just enough to live. And if I wanted to go and race overseas, I can't afford that. Yeah. That's how it goes. So I think the thing in swimming, what we see is, we do have people going overseas, but I just think we have a massive drop off once people are like 22, 23.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a massive burnout because they're just like, and that's the decision that I made when I decided to stay here after school. It was like, right, I'm staying here to swim. Yeah. So I'm saving money by not paying rent. Not paying for food. Yeah. I'm living at home. All my friends are going to uni. I'm doing it to swim. And so there's a lot of people, they get to 22 and they go, right, I'm really good at swimming. It's either like really have a crack at it or set up myself for the rest of my life. And 9 times out of 10, they're taking that set up themselves for the rest of their life. 22, they want to start, looking at career jobs or go traveling and stuff like that. And so like, I know I've got a swimming mate who's stuck into it until he was 27, made his first team. And that's amazing. Yeah. But like, there's no one that does that in New Zealand. Yeah. Because if you don't make a team until by the time you're like 21, 22, you're like, what's the point? There's no money in it. So I think that's the biggest issue. Yeah. So there's not, I guess in New Zealand, it's fair to say there's not a lot of, more specifically local support, financial, to actually keep people in this sort of thing. Yeah. That I think is a bit of a shame because you look at Foxy, he's out there on the world circuit doing it. Daniel Hillier, he's out there doing it. JVP wants to be DP World Tour in 5 years. I mean, that's fantastic. He's got to get through a little back situation before he gets there. But that's a lot of hard work, and I think we take that as just everyday Kiwis. We take that as take that for granted. How much actual work goes into it. And you're 25 now. Yeah, you're dedicating your life to swimming. What is your backup? Do you have a backup? That's a good question. I feel like I'm pretty lucky in my situation at the moment. So I studied out of high school. Mum pretty much bullied me into doing uni. Okay. I was like, I've just finished all this like schooling while swimming. Can I like just swim now? And she was like, so I didn't finish my degree. I got through like 18, 19 papers. So I was so close to finishing. Big reason I didn't is around my hip and my surgery and just mentally. Like I every time there was like an international meet, I wouldn't study that semester. Yeah. And then it got to the point after Tokyo, I was so focused on trying to get back in the pool that I would like sit behind the computer screen, look, and it's all online that I was doing it. I'd look behind on the computer screen and I just wouldn't take anything in. No, there's no motivation. I'm just like, I want to get back in the pool. I don't care about this. And like at the time, like looking back and I was like, damn, I wish I used my time better, but also I was struggling and it was like, I'm okay with that. So I missed out on Paris last year down in Dunedin. Decided to move home. My parents weren't here anymore. But I knew that I had a support system in Taranaki. I've got mates here. I got friends. I got pretty much family here. So, and then the coaching job fell on my lap at Fitzroy, and they pretty much just said, "Hey, look, we need a coach. Would love for you to do it. This is what it entails." And I pretty much just said that'd be so cool to be able to come do that. And then Mark Luff up at Highlands, I do school talks. So I go and representing the NZ Olympic Committee. Talk about Olympic values, that kind of stuff. And I get paid from that, from a trust. The schools get it for free, which is amazing. Such a cool initiative. So I was doing that. So I was like, right, that's enough for me to live comfortably. I'm not.
Yeah.
I've never been like I need to be the richest guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, as long as I can like maintain my lifestyle, as long as I can be in the pool or in the ocean or something like that. So I was doing that. I was coaching, doing the school visits. Luffy said, if you want to come on as a teacher aide at Highlands. So I just did that over the winter last year, and I've just finished up there this year. So that's been kind of keeping me through the winter when the hours aren't there at the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, my coaching's about to, I've just come back from my first New Zealand coaching gig. So I coached a junior team over in Aussie, and I'm going back in 3 weeks to coach another team, which is cool. So first year coaching and be able to coach some NZ athletes.
That's
and then,
bananas.
Yeah, pretty lucky. And then I'm off to do a heap of training this year and see where that takes me. But my backup plan, I've never had one.
Okay.
Because it was like such an and it's weird, like 16, 17. I mean, you probably remember at school, the boys, like all my mates always saying like, oh, we'll see you on TV at the Olympics one day. And it's like, for me, there was never anything else. It was always going to be that.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, now that I'm at a point, I'm 25, I'm like, I need a backup plan.
Yeah.
So me and a fella named Paul Caroline, so he's at the surf club, he's a very switched on dude. He's a clinical psych.
Yeah.
And so we're going hand in hand to open up the Reflectory, which is going to be like a business helping people with like individual performance plans. So you might be stuck at crossroads, or you want more either mentally or physically. It's kind of like life coaching, but and that's kind of in the works at the moment. And so we think it's a pretty there's a lot of it going on. There's a lot of online mental coaching and physical coaching, all that kind of stuff. But we're thinking like, an Olympian and a clinical psych put together is a pretty powerful tool.
I think so.
Yeah, so we're looking at how we're going to market that and sell that, and that would be really cool to be. I think coaching's my thing. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So my backup plan is coaching, and it just depends what type. Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool. I think that's quite cool. I mean, that kind of fits in a little bit with your values too, because Louis is quite interested in mental health and stuff like that, and he's quite switched on, which is really cool. And he's quite an empathetic bone in his body, and he'll listen to you. Aww. He's definitely not gay. But no, sorry, but I mean, you studied HR and all that. What was your
environmental science?
So what the hell is that?
Oh yeah, no, honestly,
is that like growing plastic plants?
Yeah,
honestly, rub your hand on. It's amazing.
I can tell you exactly. So at high school, I loved geography. I was super good at geography. Yeah. It worked out well. Mr. Wales, he was super supportive of my swimming. Yeah. So like when I went away, like he would be like, right, let's see how we can sort this out. Where I had other teachers hand me like a stack of paper and be like, good luck. And I was just like, so Mark, he was real good with that. So I was like, right, I like geography. Yeah. Like I said, Mum bullied me into uni. Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do like the most geography like paper or like degree. So I looked at environmental science, and like at the start it was sweet. It was like I was like, yeah, this is sweet. Math paper here, whatever. Yeah. And then when I was like going through it, when I was trying to get back into swimming and I was studying and I wasn't enjoying it, I was learning about like the chemical makeup of rocks. And I was just like, okay. Yeah. And that was I was like looking at it, I was like, I don't care about this. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be further down the line in a job that cares about this. Like I don't want to be sitting behind an office learning about this stuff or doing stuff around this. It's like I know that that's not my thing. Yeah. So I like, and Mum was sweet when I like told her, I was like, I'm not finishing my degree like this. Yeah. I was lucky I don't have a student loan. I was on scholarships, which was cool. And like all my life advisors through High Performance Sport NZ, they all understood what I was going through and why I stepped away. So, but yeah, that's I was environmental. It's funny, my flatmate, he's done environmental science degree and he's an environmental planner. Yeah, and like he loves what he does. And I was just like, damn, I couldn't quite get through it. Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that was your least favourite subject and least favourite thing to do, or what was your least favourite subject if that wasn't it? Let's say at school.
Oh, at school, probably chemistry. I don't know. I think, but like once again, I think in high school, it's the it's a lot to do with the teachers.
Yes.
I think it's such a, because, and like, while I've been teacher aiding at Highlands, while that's not high school, I'm on the other side of like the education system and like understanding how it works and stuff like that. It's so much to do with the teacher. Yeah. And that's why like with this coaching role, I'm like putting so much pressure on myself because I'm like, it's the coach. Yeah. Coaches can an athlete, like if they're a good athlete, they'll be a good athlete, but a coach can help make an athlete. Yeah. And so like, that's my thing. It's like, I want to be that coach that everyone's like, yeah, I enjoyed it because of I had this guy as my coach. Yeah. And you spoke really highly of it was Sue Southgate? Donna. Yeah, Sue Southgate and Donna, yeah. And I think that's you know, proofs in the pudding there. You know, I mean, they got you to where you are. Yeah. Obviously, you did the work. Yeah. But they were there to support you, which is 100%, which was fantastic. Yeah. What is that on your hoodie, bro?
What, the orange?
Yeah. It's a Sidemen, man.
Sidemen, yeah. Oh.
So I was born in the last century.
Oh yeah. See, I'm a 2000s baby, so I'm still there. But nothing better than Among Us Sidemen while eating food. Oh, there you go.
Yep. Backed by an Olympian. Yeah. Class.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
What would separate like a good swimmer from a great swimmer?
Or
the coach.
Yeah. No.
No. Sorry.
No. I think it's just the like if you're willing to. And when I go and do these school talks, I talk about why I chose swimming, and it's because, and it's the cheesiest. Like it's so funny. So used to like we'd go to nationals, she'd chuck like mottos on the back of our shirts and stuff. It's like hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard, right? And so like for golf, you could be the hardest worker in the world, but you could still be rubbish. Yeah. Because it's such a skill-based sport. Like you need the hand-eye coordination, all that. You can't teach, or you can teach a good swing, but like a lot of it's naturally gifted athletes, right? For swimming, and running's you probably need a bit more of a genetic makeup. You need to be light and all that kind of stuff. But swimming, it's like if you work hard,
you're like I'm not. Yeah.
And you used to run.
I did. I was a lot lighter back then.
Yeah. But if you swim hard, if you train hard, it's one of those sports that you get rewarded. And like kids see it. Like I see it all the time. Like I've seen super talented athletes not make it, but I've seen kids that are just grinding, make it. And like. Yeah, you talk about like a good stroke and all that kind of stuff, but like a good stroke can be taught. Yeah, like and that's like it's not make or break. You look at the Olympics, you'll turn it on like in an 8-lane race, 6 or 7 of them will be like the most beautiful stroke you've ever seen, and one might be horrendous, but they're at that race, they're at the Olympics. Yeah, so it works. So it's like it's not. Yeah, I think, but the difference between a good swimmer and a great swimmer is just like their willingness to like learn and be better, but also work hard. Yeah, yeah.
And in all due respect, we can absolutely align that with golf as well, because you look at Scotty Scheffler. Yeah, he is dialed a foot either side of that ball. That's all he needs to be. Yeah. John Daly, he's not dialed at all. Yeah, he's got the most unique. I've never seen it overswing, whatever you want to call it, but. The man's out there, he's PJ. Yeah. And he knows his shit. Yeah. And I mean, I just saw a video this morning actually on Scheffler. He had to relearn his grip, and he has to he has a special grip trainer, because if he gets he has this bad habit that he learned from a young age. So things can be taught. Yeah. But again, you know, a foot either side of that ball, he is dialed, and that's all he needs to be. Yeah. And you know, if you care about golf in that sense, but you know,
that's like it's one of those things. I think in most sports, if you're willing to like take it to the next level and put in hard work, you're gonna get good at it. Yeah, I think there's like obviously, like I said before, with like a golf and swimming, like you've got to have a good amount of natural talent in golf. Yeah. I think hand-eye, like you take someone like myself who's on a basketball court as well, like you put me on a basketball court, I could be average. I don't think I'll ever be great, just because my coordination around it, I could work as hard as I can, and I still don't think I'd be able to make it to that top level. Yeah. Whereas like with swimming, I think if I pursued running in the same way I did with swimming, I think I would have made it as a runner as well. And I think that's just because I was willing to work for it. Yeah. But, I think definitely in some cases it's tough, because no matter how hard you work, you might still not make it, which is that's the tough thing in sport.
Yeah. If you, I mean, you're in the space now. You're obviously dealing with children and all that kind of stuff. What is one of the things that you would like, the first thing a kid's like, I'm going to be a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
And they might be, like you say, fairly average, and you don't want to tear their little heart out. But what are you going to say to that kid?
Well, I think like you're going to support it either way. I think it's also one of those things you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
So it's like they might have that natural talent or whatever, but it might not show yet. It might need a heap of hard work, and then it starts to show. So I think it's one of those things you'll never, like, I would never knock it. I would never look at someone and be like, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I think it's like, it's one of those things and that's the risk. It's like for my swimming, I knew I was gifted naturally a little bit at swimming, but I knew that I worked hard, but I was never going to know if I was going to make it unless I put the work in. So
yeah, I guess that's probably where my line of questioning was coming from. How do you tell a kid that you can be all that you can be, and you can do whatever you want to do, but it's going to take a lot of hard work, and you've got to be prepared for that? Yeah,
well, I think that's like, I get goal setting sheets. I do goal setting with my athletes, and I sit down and I actually, like I said, first year, it's my first year coaching. So I had these templates made for me, right? So like high level swimmer, I've got school kids that dabble in surf lifesaving.
Yeah.
So
that's hard.
Yeah.
Man.
So I sat down with two of them, two 14-year-olds, a boy and a girl, and they helped me draft up individual performance plan. So I said to them, I was like, what means a lot to you? How are you guys going to put this in your words? Like what goals you want to get out of the season, that kind of stuff. And so my way of kind of explaining to people that it's going to take hard work is, let's put your goals out on the table.
Yeah.
As a coach, I'm going to tell you what it's going to take to get there.
Yeah, cool.
And so it's not me saying, oh, it's going to take a heap to get there, and then they set their goals. Yeah. It's like, let's get the goals on the table. Yeah. And then I'm going to help you kind of create a path to those goals. Yeah. And explaining to them that it is going to take hard work. It is. And like, that's the cool thing. These kids, and like, this is why I love coaching, is I want to be able to inspire these kids to be like, right, I can do this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a kid from Taranaki, right? Yeah, so it's like, yeah, why not? So no, it is a hard conversation to have sometimes, because some kids, they're just there for fun. Yeah. And it's trying to work out who's there for fun and who actually wants it, or who actually wants it, but hides behind the fact that they just want to have fun because they're scared. Yeah. That's another thing you have to try to work out. It's like, where's the point of pushing? Like, where are these kids just turning up because they're like, yeah, I just want to have fun in the ocean? Or do they actually have like goals in their head, but they're scared of them, so they just sit in the comfort zone? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you look at the parents?
Yeah.
And look at the parents and go, well, they've been pretty successful. They're pretty driven. Maybe the kid is too.
Yeah, to be honest, I like physically, I don't look at the parents physically. I don't,
I didn't mean it in that sense.
No. So no, like, but like once again, it's like it's just more. I look at the parents and how much they're willing to support their kid. Yeah, and that's like, I've got some awesome parents down at Fitzroy. Some like crazy cool parents. So we're down there and they're all helping me out. And we're going on trips away, and they all want to be there, and they're pretty much just saying like, you tell us what you need us to do. And so like, it's cool. I say to them all the time, it's like, as long as your kid's coming home and you guys are supporting what they want to do, that helps me at the beach so much, because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you know Kirsty Island?
Know Kirsty really well, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's one of my agents.
Yeah, Kirsty.
She's cool.
Kirsty is actually, she was one of the parents on the ocean team, but like I said, my parents aren't here. Yeah. They've moved out of town. And so when I came down, she's kind of, I've got like a couple, Joe Brimlow's one, Alan, our president, they're all kind of put me under their wing. And like, I was crook as a couple months ago, and Kirsty would bring me a smoothie in the morning.
Oh,
and
how
stuff
good.
like that. So like, I've got these like second, third mums that I've got hanging around. So Kirsty's one of those. She's looked after me a lot. So
awesome.
She's a big part of our surf club too.
Yeah, I thought she was. I thought she was, because she often talks about it, and how much she loves it. So yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. What do you got next, buddy? Or should we do a little mid-roll ad read?
You can do a mid-roll ad read if you want. Or did you want me to do one?
No, you
yeah.
wouldn't know what to do.
No.
I thought you were running the show.
Yeah, I could. He's actually, Louis Doing all right for those listening and those who are suffering through this and watching it on YouTube. Louis is doing a little bit of something. It is his first time. It's his first day on the job. No, but in all fairness, what we will take a little moment here and do a little mid roll. But what is your next?
It's handling pressure at international and national like events like the Olympics and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Talking about handling pressure. Wrong button.
Oh no.
If the pressure's getting to you and your golf game is not happening, boy oh boy have we got a thing for you. Swing by into the Golf Zone today in New Plymouth, Taranaki's ultimate one-stop golf shop located in 44 Molesworth Street in the heart of the CBD. The Golf Zone has everything you need to hit fairways with confidence, from top-tier clubs, from awesome brands such as Callaway, maybe Titleist, and even cutting-edge GPS devices by Garmin and Bushnell. Not to mention they have stylish men's and women's golf apparel that blends comfort and performance by such awesome brands as Travis Matthews, and that's all. Plus, their expert team offers personalised advice, custom fitting to ensure your gear is dialed in for you. And let's be honest, occasionally a club has an argument with a tree, or gets thrown, or a bag gets hit, or something like that. The Lair of Repair has you covered. Paul is a very experienced master craftsman when it comes to putting clubs together. So, if you're chasing a lower handicap or just loving the game, please visit the Golf Zone in-store or online at golfzone.co.nz. Don't forget to mention that you heard about them on Fairway Talks, and it will get you absolutely nothing other than maybe a handshake from Paul. Anyway, otherwise, we'll get back to the show with our guest, Zac Reid, who is becoming to be probably our favourite guest so far. No offence to G. We did enjoy having him on, but he had to go and he'd also hurt his back. The morning of, actually. It was quite funny. He was great to have on, but no, it's been a real pleasure listening to you, man, and I can't wait for this next part. So, back to you, Louis.
So what would like handling pressure at nationals or international like meets like the Olympics and stuff like deep breaths or like
oh man, there's like so many different ways you can go about it. It's like it affects people differently. I think later in my career I actually struggled more. Which is funny because usually, you know, like as a young age, you're like, oh my God, freaking out. I learned at a young age that nerves are a really good thing, right? And this is what I tell the kids when I do the school talks. Nerves means that you care about what you're about to do, right? So when I walked in here today and you said you're a little bit nervous, like that shows me that you care about what the product you're putting out. So it's trying to understand like that you can be nervous, you can be excited, and how to use that to the best potential. So like at the Olympics, my 400 free, I was injured. I knew that I was injured. I'd convinced myself that I wasn't for the purpose of racing. So I was in a lot of pain. I didn't feel it really until after each race. So like going into the race, I was like, right, this doesn't matter. This race matters. But that 400, I swam a like good time. It was the fastest time anyone had swum as a Kiwi for years, but I overcooked it. Like I got so excited. I was like, hell yeah, I'm at the games. Like I've got all this good energy. I'm nervous, but like bring it on. Like, so I dove in and just like zapped myself, I guess. Like I was so tired as soon as I hit the water. And so learning to like deal with that, I went into my next race a lot more calm and understanding that I am still excited. I am still nervous, but I don't need to jazz myself up. I'm here at the Olympic Games. That's getting me going enough. So dove in and was a lot more reserved about it. I actually almost didn't swim that 800, the New Zealand record one. I was in a lot of pain after that 400 in my hip, and like I could barely warm down and train between those days. And but yeah, I think dealing with pressure was that's the big question. So like everyone's going to be nervous, right? But where does pressure come from? So when I was growing up, if I had a shit race, I would run to the changing rooms and sometimes bawl my eyes out. But I would be so scared to talk to my coach, so scared to talk to my dad, because I'm like, right, I've let them down. I've had a shit race. I've let these people down. And it took me such a long time to realize I hadn't let anyone down. The only person I let down is myself, right? And so, and that was cool. That's why, like I talked about my dad in such high regard, my mum, they always supported me. If I had a shit race, they were like, they didn't give me the old like, oh, it's okay, honey. Like they were like, no, that's all good. You've tried your best. You've left it out there. It hasn't happened. That's all good. Like, and I never liked the soft stuff. I never liked that. Like, oh, you're okay. I was like, no, just I know that I've done bad, but as long as you guys know that I tried my hardest. Yeah. So that's how it goes. And with pressure, I learned really quickly that the only person putting pressure on myself is me. Which is really cool. So like my coaches, like they would always say like, you know, this is your race. This is you. You got to leave it out there. It's all for you. So yeah, I think the pressures like of being an Olympic athlete as well, like, or like going away on trips and representing your country, that does get scary. If you think about it too much, you send yourself down this like rabbit hole. I know when I went to Europe in 2023, that was funded by a lot of my family and some sponsors. And I'm over there going, if I race bad, they've wasted all this to get me there. So I'm having these bad thoughts of like, I need to perform because otherwise I'm letting these people down. And then, you know, I have these conversations with the people that have helped me get there, and they're like, oh, we're just happy that you're over there. We're happy to get you there. Yeah. We like, regardless of the outcome, we know you're going to try your best. And so then those conversations really, really help. But I think, yeah, it's just like being able to have a good team around you to have those conversations. And that's like having good mates, it's having good coaches. But like I said before, having a performance like sporting psychologist, I could just talk to him about anything, and he'd tell me straight up if I was just like, he's like, nah, that's you're thinking the wrong way. Yeah. So I think like at a high level, I was lucky I had that support from like a professional. But I think yeah, like I said many times, it's about the people around you, and so having good support system around you, and everyone's going to be nervous, everyone's going to feel pressure, but if you voice it, you're always going to feel better about it.
100%, man. When everything's on the shop floor, it makes it's so much easier, because then again, I think if we take Tiger's mindset up there, it's a lot of the time, like we look at it with our kids, man, like she's worried about what people think about her and all that kind of thing, and you're worried about what your golf swing looks like, and you want to make it look more aesthetically pleasing, all this kind of stuff. The reality is that's your problem. No one else gives a shit. Yeah. And it's really hard to tell a 12, 13, 14-year-old that, hey, actually it doesn't matter. People aren't thinking what you're thinking in your head. And mindset's a huge thing. Have you, what tools have you put in place to actually help deal with that? Yeah. Aside from obviously chatting with
I think, like, before I go into the tool stuff, I think the other thing on this side of that is honesty with yourself. Yeah. Being able to touch and like being able to finish your race and be like, right, I did leave everything out there. Yeah. Or the opposite, and going, I swam that like a pussy. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and you know that, and you're like, right, well, I didn't leave it all out there, and now I'm actually disappointed in myself. And it's, so there's that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. So from a very young age, or from my whole life actually, I've had asthma. So I've been really, really bad asthmatic, and it's always been something that I've had issues with. And I think up until training for Tokyo, I never dealt with anxiety in the pool. Right. Never, but nothing scared me in the pool. I'd dive in and just get in my zone and swim. Yeah. Like you're going to love that. You guys are going to love this. I used to, when I was training or racing and I was in my zone, I used to visualize a James Harden step back 3, just like butter. You know, like 2018, like Rockets? Yeah. That's what I felt like in the pool. So I'm like, no one, the best player in the world could be guarding him, and he's hitting that on you because he's just in that fluid state, right? So that's kind of like, I was always like that. And then suddenly the world went into chaos with COVID, and I'm training, and there's talks on the Olympics not happening, and I'm going like, right, so I'm training for nothing. Yeah. I'm putting myself into the deepest, darkest holes for potentially no reason at all. That was so tough, and that created anxiety. And then obviously I had my injury. And while rehabbing for my injury, I got COVID quite bad. And I got long COVID. So my asthma played up and I was out of the pool for another 2 months with a tight chest.
Oh, man.
And so returning to sport, it wasn't just trying to get back physically, it was mentally.
Yeah.
Trusting my body.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of sessions where I swam and my chest got tight and I'm like, right, well, I'm going to stop there because I don't know what's happening. I'm scared. Or I'm swimming and my hip starts getting sore. Yeah. And I'm like, right, is that an injury or is that just everyday tight muscle? You know what I mean? And it was so hard to distinguish between that. And that was so scary. And so learning to trust my body again was like the biggest challenge. And so the tools to support that, I think the coolest one so my psychologist, Rod, he's the psych for like, I think it was Eric Murray, he was the Silver Ferns, Black Caps.
Yeah.
So he's the psych for all those guys and he's like unreal. And so the thing that he taught me was there's always going to be a storm, right? Yeah. So when you dive into the pool and race, things are going to overwhelm you. There's a storm. You have to accept that the storm is going to come, but it's how you deal with the storm. And I think half the battle is accepting that there is going to be a storm. Yeah. Because there was a lot of times where I dove in and I was like, I'm ready for this race. I'm psyched up. And then I dive in and the storm happens and I go, this shouldn't be happening. But in reality, it's going to happen every time. So it's like when you're teeing up on the first tee, there's going to be a storm. You know you're going to have that battle in your head that like, right, this is the first shot of the day. This is how the rest of the day goes. So understanding that you are going to have these feelings, but they're not going to impact the way you perform. Yeah. And so that was the storm. And then the other thing was the lamb and wolf. Yeah. And I was like, oh, sweet, lamb and wolf sounds good. He's like, no, you have to come up with your own ones. He's like, no, that those are mine. Yeah. And so the lamb and wolf actually, I can't remember what my lamb was. I think I stuck with the lamb because that's like, and it's understanding you're allowed to be the lamb, but when you're racing, you have to be the wolf. Yeah. And so he didn't make me, but he got me to think of a time in my life or something that meant a lot to me that I was in that wolf mindset. And so when I'm behind the blocks, I can just visualize how I felt in that moment. Yeah. And then that gives me the right, this is how I'm going to get through the storm. Wow. And so my thing is, I think it was when I was 13 at Ocean Athletes, which is Junior Nationals for Surf Lifesaving. I was in this surf race and I felt like nothing could touch me. Yeah. And I smoked it, won that race by heaps. Like still one of the best feelings I've ever had. And so like when I think of competing, I go, right, get into that wolf mindset. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Mindset's huge, man.
Big.
Mindset's huge. I've had instances like that when you refer to golf and that in the first shot of the day. I mean, old captain here turns up, doesn't even take a swing, just destroys it straight down the middle of the fairway, doesn't think about it at all, and then gets to like the fourth or fifth hole, and that's when he has a blowout. We all have a blowout, and I've had a big blowout, and then it was just that, okay, I'm going to put it behind me, and then go birdie the next hole. Yeah, and it was the best thing that ever happened. So. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I get the sense that you really like, I mean, you've said it anyway, but you really are kind of naturally good at coaching, teaching, and listening too, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a product of the people I've been around though. Yeah. Like I think it's like, my dad. So funny story, a little bit of background. Dad was the swim coach in New Plymouth. Yeah. Right. And then he went into the police force. Or he might have been in the police force and doing it, but he stepped away from swimming, right? He had two girls that were in that squad, and a new coach came in, and the coach was kind of rubbish. I don't know who it was. Yeah. And so Sue Southgate, mother of said two daughters, said, right, I'm going to coach them myself. So she stepped in, and she's been the coach, and then so she started coaching me. Yeah. So it was like Dad coached her daughters, she coached me. Yeah. So like Dad's a coach. Yeah. He's a natural, like he's a leader. He's someone that you listen to, and it's like Sue and Donna, same thing. Yeah. And so I think I also know the importance of a coach. Yeah. And so when I've taken this role on, it's like, I'm not like, oh yeah, sick, cruisy job down at surf club. It's like, no, I've actually, and I think the coolest thing that I'm proud of is I didn't just go, right, the senior squad, I'm coaching these guys. We've got masters, we've got, 55-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 40-year-olds turning up, and I feel like I'm getting them to train their hardest.
Yeah.
Whereas like usually they'd come up and the coach would be like, oh, you just do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, there's no hiding here. But like, I'm obviously going to be like, I'm not going to go over the edge and push you to like a limit where you don't want to train anymore. You're going to be sore. But I think it's just, like I said, it's the people around you and knowing how they made you feel.
Yeah.
And knowing how that made you feel and knowing that you now have the tools to make other people feel that way.
Yeah. If we take swimming away, who is Zac Reid? What is he like?
I don't know, hobbies? Probably a little shit, eh? Like, not a little shit, but like I remember like early days swimming, like I would always be fixing my goggles or going toilet and skipping, and I don't know what my hobbies would be. I genuinely don't know. I think it's such a big part of my life. I think I'm at a point now where I'm not Zac Reid the swimmer, which is cool. Yeah. I've written my own story. I'm doing some cool talking in schools, the coaching, stuff like that. And I think being back in New Plymouth, when I was swimming here, I was very much pool, home, sleep. Like wasn't out in the community. Like people might have known who I was, but I didn't know people. Yeah. And now being a coach, I'm like interacting with the community. I'm going out, having coffees with people. And it's been really cool. And I think that's showed people as well that I'm not just a swimmer. Yeah. It's like, I think, so Paul Carline, who I'm going into business with, like he was like, he'd moved up from Wellington a couple of years ago, heard that we were having an Olympic swim coach to come and coach. And he's like, okay, like he's really just like, going to come along and coach and think he's the man and all that kind of stuff. And and then I've got him in the water training his ass off for me. And he's like, oh, this, he's not just like the swimmer, he's does this, and he's a cool guy out of it. And like, that's the kind of thing that I like to, think that without swimming, I'd still be that person. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I think it's so hard to put swimming out of my life and be like, what would I be? Because, you don't know. Such a big part.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So one of the things that I'm pretty sure Louis will have this in his script and that because he knows what I'm like. But I want to go back to Tokyo. Yeah. All right. For a brief moment. Yeah. I like food.
Yeah, I love food too.
What was the food like in Tokyo at the Olympics?
So
you had that written down, eh? No. Oh, come on, man.
That's the question. Dude. I lead off at these school talks. Like, I lead off with a couple of photos of the games and I go, like, this food hall. and they go, yeah. And I was like, there's burgers and sushi. Oh. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, there's ice cream. And then they're like, oh my God. And I go, it's all free. And they just lose it.
Oh,
it's so funny.
I bet they do.
But it's the Olympic food hall was cool. Yeah. It was big. It's a huge building. It's like Centre City, like that size, and it feeds 10,000. It was 2 stories. Wow. Like the food, like you definitely find out what food's good, what food's shit. It's mass produced.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So you're not walking into a fine dining restaurant and it's mass produced, and some of it's absolutely rubbish. When I went to the Youth Olympic Games, was the worst food hall I've ever been in. No. Like, and you think Argentina, right? Yeah. Like barbecues, that kind of jazz. It was rubbish. Like, so we actually ended up, I think I spent close to like 150 NZ dollars on, there was like this food truck in the village that served hamburgers. And me and Mikey Pickett would go and eat hamburgers. They're like, the hamburgers were like $6 NZ. So you think about how many hamburgers.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So like we were doing
50 hamburgers.
Yeah, we're doing like lunch, 1 for lunch, 2 for dinner type vibe. Yeah. And like the only thing that was good in this food hall in Argentina was the pizzas, and the pizzas were only on maybe once every 2 days.
Oh, man.
And they were like, but the Olympic food hall, man, sushi obviously was good. Yeah. Good curries. There was a really good roti bread that I would pick up and run, and they like all good pizza, all good chips. Like it was good food. Yeah. It was good food. I think I remember a funny story is I think it must have been after I'd finished racing, because I was trying all these new foods out. Like, you don't do that before racing. No. It's like the silliest thing in the world. Yeah, yeah. And it was like fried banana or something like that. And I had it on my plate, and it was like cinnamon on it. And it was so yum. Okay,
and it sounded horrendous.
Yeah, yeah. So it was good. I bumped into, so I had it all on my plate and I bump into someone.
Uh-oh.
And I go like this. And I look up and it's Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
And
Holy
he's
fuck.
like pointing at it. He's like, oh, where'd you get that from? And I'm like pointing him out around the food hall where to go get food from to this like 7'2" international superstar basketball player.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's over there. I was like, do you mind if I get a photo real quick? He's like, yeah, no, sweet as. So like that was buzzy as. So it's like, you just imagine you're in this like, center city.
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Yeah.
And it's like they call it like Novak Djokovic is just walking around, like Luka Doncic, like that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if the food's shit, it's still cool vibes.
Yeah, it would be. And I guess in all due respect, you at that point, you remind yourself that, they're just human as well. They're just like you and me.
Yeah.
They
You
put
wanted
their...
that fried banana.
Yeah.
That's...
I found that so buzzy. I was like, But no, and like I think the food hall as well, everyone talks about, it's like you don't actually get to experience it until after racing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to have a curry before racing.
No.
I'm not going to.
It's not going to speed you up at all, is it?
Yeah, nah. And it's like, it was real funny. One of the girls we were with on that trip, we'd all finished racing and she just still had veggies, rice and meat. And like me and the boys have got like 8 slices of pizza, hot chips, like ice cream. And we're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
indulge.
Like, you've done it now. Like you've completed your goal.
Yeah,
like.
indulge. Get messy. Get whatever's on the. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. See, it's food, man. Food brings people together.
No, I love food.
You need to go to the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
What?
Well, they don't do
Shooting or something.
They don't do Maccas anymore. That was like the biggest upset ever.
I think I heard about it.
Yeah, because they used to do Maccas. I think Rio was the last one, or maybe London. Like you rock up and you just can order whatever. Like, yeah.
To be fair, Macca's is.
Yeah, but like
It's not. It's comfort food.
imagine swimming like hard as and then being like, right, I'm gonna go try smash 10 cheeseburgers.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Challenges would be mean,
You know what I mean? Like, because like that's the type of stuff we'd do at the games.
Yeah.
We'd be like, this is all for free, right? Let's order 20 burgers and see who
Yeah.
can finish them.
And they're not going to say no.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh man, that is fantastic. What do you got next there, buddy?
What would be like the biggest lesson you've learned from like a adversity?
I think just what I went through with surgery, I think like was, I don't know. Well, throughout my swimming career, it was very much, if you took my swimming career and tried to paint a pathway for swimming in New Zealand, I think I nailed it. So like, right, I went to junior nationals when I was young. I didn't medal or anything. The next year I went to junior nationals, I made a final, I think. 2013, I made Division 2 nationals. So that's like the one below Div 1. So it's like, that's for swimmers who are maybe struggling or like not quite there, or part-time swimmers, stuff like that. So I went to that, and then I made nationals. I qualified from there to go to nationals, and then went to nationals. And the year after that, I won a gold at nationals. And then the year after that, I made the Aussie age national, to go to Aussie to compete. And then the year after that, Junior Pan Pacifics, and then it just kept like staggering up. So I went on this like linear thing up there, and then made the Olympics. So I've literally like completed swimming pretty much.
Yeah.
And
All
then,
before 30.
Yeah. And then I'm in
25 at that point. Yeah.
and then I'm in a hospital bed. Right.
Yeah.
So then I've had surgery, and that was the challenge. It was like, I'm 21.
Yeah.
I've been to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I know how hard the sport is.
Yeah.
I could be like, right, this is it, and I'm going to try something new. And it took me, it took me a while to get through rehab. So I got 3-4 months through rehab, and then got hit with long COVID and got really weak.
That's right,
and then so had to go through rehab again. So that took a while. But I think the biggest lesson I've learned and that kind of stuff is like, if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. So I spent in that hospital bed, I went through those thoughts of like, do I retire or do I go again? And I was like, right, I'm going to go again.
Yeah.
Got hit with that COVID stuff and all that jazz. And I ended up moving to Wellington, and Wellington didn't work out that well. So I went to Dunedin because I just knew that if I wanted to have fun with it, I needed to be around people my age. I was swimming with high school kids at 21, 22.
Yeah.
And and they couldn't keep up with me.
Yeah.
Maturity wise, like all that kind of stuff. It just, I was swimming by myself.
Yes.
It felt like it a lot of the time. And moved to Dunners. Within 7 months of starting full-time swimming, I qualified for world champs. And that was like the coolest thing. Like there's a video on YouTube, and like I can't watch that video without crying.
Yeah.
It was like the most emotional I've ever been, and I just But I like that lesson I learned of like, you know, going from the top to the bottom back up to the top and what it takes. But knowing that you can do it was pretty cool. I think off the back of that, I think the other thing we talked about before about being okay with if you leave everything out there, you've tried your best.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like I tried to qualify for Paris last year.
Yeah.
I was training real hard for it. It was still, and like there's no excuses at all, but my hip was still playing up. So I had a cortisone couple a month after the trials. But at the trials, I was like, right, I'm not feeling the best, but I'm going to give it a crack. Obviously, swam the race, touched the wall, saw that I hadn't gone the time.
Yeah.
Knew that I didn't qualify for the Olympics, but smiled because I'd left everything out there. I'd been dealing with, you know, like we said, this anxiety, this trusting my body. I threw everything at that race and was so happy because I'd done that, even though I didn't qualify. And I think that was a huge lesson. It was like, to some, missing out on the Olympics would be the biggest failure, right? That's something you train your whole life to do. And luckily enough, I'd already been to one.
Yeah,
so that might have made it easier. But to fail at the biggest thing that I wanted to do and smile, that shows that there's more to it than just swimming.
Yeah.
Like there's more to my life than just qualifying for something. It's like I've achieved this goal of like getting back to this world-class swimmer from nothing.
Yeah, you've been through it. You often see that analogy, you know, if life was easy, it would just be this linear line up there. But realistically, it's this. Yeah. And I mean, you said it yourself, you were kind of there, and then it's this.
Yeah.
The injury, the hip. What happened there? Can we ask?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know exactly when it happened. I know a time frame. So about 6 weeks before Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I was gymming. So I growing up, I was always quite small. Like I was quite tall and thin, but I was never bulky or muscly. And so
you're a tank now, man.
Oh, cheers, man.
In a good way.
I filled out.
I'm a tank, but in more of like a slow
tank that doesn't move.
Yeah.
I filled out. Like I always reckon that I hit puberty so late. There's like photos of me. I have photos of me, and I show like Kirsty's kids. One of them, one of my athletes. I showed her a photo of me at Worlds in 2016. So I would have been 16. I had braces on. Show her. I was like, "How do you think I am in this photo?" And she goes, 12, 13. And I'm just like,
nope.
Nah. So like. Even at 18, so when I was training for the Olympics, I was 20, and that was when I started. Like, I went to the gym at 17, 18, 19, not properly. And I also, because of New Plymouth, I didn't have there wasn't at the time the support for me there. I was just I was a rampage warrior by myself.
Okay.
I'd get given a program and go do it by myself, and I'd turn up and I hate this.
Yeah.
Fish out of water. I feel like people are watching me. I don't know what I'm doing.
They're not. But anyway.
Exactly. I know that, but I was just like, I feel like a freak because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm in the water, sweet. On land, nah. But yeah, I started gymming properly and was gymming at WIT with Josh. So the guys at WIT, I became an ambassador for their new gym, and they trained me there. And I was doing squats, and I must have done it squatting. And so I was like, I'd gym on a Friday. Saturday I was quite tight.
Yeah.
Sunday I was quite tight. My hip flexor, I was like, that's normal though. I get tight there from swimming.
Yeah.
Monday tight. Went through that whole week. Had physio, was still tight. I was like, shit, something's up. And I started to lose. And so this is 6 weeks before the games. I started to lose. So a big part of swimming is your hips.
Yes.
Right. So that's where you rotate from. That's where pretty much your stroke. If your hips are low or you don't rotate from your hips properly, you're not going to be swimming as well. So I lost feeling on my right hip. So I would go down and I wouldn't be able to bring my hip back up. So like there would be no strength to bring my hip back up. So then suddenly my right shoulder is getting really sore and tight and tired because I'm using my shoulder to pull myself up out of the water. And so it wasn't exactly sore, but I just couldn't control it. And I don't know if that's because I knew the games were soon and I was like, I don't have time to be sore.
Yeah.
But I was also getting physio twice a week, getting needles, everything like that, just to release it all. Went to the games, competed there. Like I said, as soon as that 800 finished, I like couldn't walk. Like I was in so much pain. I was on like 800 milligram ibuprofens. I was on like
damn
all this stuff. the day after I finished racing, I went into the physio room. Physio chucked 17 needles in and around my hip. I hit a nerve. I kicked him. It was real funny. Not on purpose, but because we were just like, right, let's work. Because we couldn't do this before racing.
Yeah.
But we're like, right, let's just he's like, I'm going to nail your hip, and we're going to see if it's muscular.
Yeah.
Because what I'm about to do will tell us if it's muscular. And then didn't do anything. It just made muscles loosen up in that, but didn't do anything. The pain was still deep, and I was like, So we had to do quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we got out on the 16th of August. 18th of August, we went into the nationwide lockdown, the second one. So I had a MRI booked on the 19th.
Oh, Jesus.
So I had a girlfriend at the time in Gizzy, so I went to Gizzy, stayed with her for a month. Yeah, Gizzy hard, yeah. Stayed with her for a month and a bit, and then once we went to level 3, I got a pass to drive back home because I had an MRI booked in New Plymouth.
Yeah.
Got my MRI, X-ray, all that jazz. They said, there's a tear in your hip, or tear in the labral tear, and there's a bit of extra bone on, which has caused the tear. So when I'm doing squats, it's pinching and ripped. So the surgeon calls me, he goes, right, we can either leave it, which we're not going to do, obviously, because you're in pain. We can give you a cortisone, see if that fixes the tear, which it would.
Yeah.
But the tear's going to happen because you've got the bone growth.
Yeah.
So 3 would be surgery. You get the bone shaved down and then do rehab. So I chose that.
Yeah.
And that was a shit show trying to sort out. I was on health insurance, but ACC had to say no first, and they took ages to say no. And so I think I got back in the country August 16th. My surgery was November 11th, which is a quick turnaround.
Yeah. That is.
But for a high performance Olympic athlete, it's not. It's I wanted to be fixed the start of September.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Course,
so it's I was I need to be. I want to get on with things. I'd already qualified for the Commonwealth Games, so that was something I had to say no to when I was going through. So it's real funny. I got caps printed. I've got Commonwealth Games caps, and I've never been. So someone's trying to buzz my phone.
You're right.
So it was wild, and it was such a roller coaster. And finally got surgery, and then just went
I think long COVID.
Went after it, but and by the time I had surgery, the tear was fixed. Because I wasn't doing anything. I was playing golf, that's it. So the tear had fixed itself, but obviously had to get rid of the bone growth.
Yeah. Pop in there with adrenaline, buzz it down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy, that is bananas. Far out. So COVID, my partner, she's an occupational health nurse and that. And so during COVID and that, we were quite involved in making sure that the oil and gas industry was still running and that with varying drug tests and stuff like that. And long COVID was kind of one of these things that was it was a bit of a new kind of word and all that. That seems to be one of the most horrid things that people have gone through. Do you know the YouTuber, she's a science YouTuber, Diana Cohen? She's been laden for 2 years from long COVID.
Yeah.
And she's just coming right now.
Yeah. Well, it was scary. It was scary as when I was going through it, because I was one of the first swimmers in the high performance sector to get it. Yeah. So I was like a guinea pig. So I had it, did my quarantine.
It's not a nice thing to be a guinea pig.
I'm still a bit upset about how it was all handled. So I let them know I had COVID. Yeah. Didn't really get anything back from the doctors or anything, or any advice. Yeah. So I had it. I was sweet, didn't feel crook at all. I had a sniffly nose, was a little bit sick. Yeah. Returned to training, did a light session. Yeah. Went for a light surf. Yeah. On the Monday, and then the Tuesday I just felt like shit. Yeah. And then tried to swim, and my chest was getting sore, and then they were and then it pretty much just went until I didn't do anything until I could do activity without a tight chest. Yeah. But that was scary. That was a 2-month saga. Yeah, yeah. No, it was ongoing. I was actually, it was real funny. I was on One News. They called me up to talk about it, because like I said, I was one of the first athletes to kind of go through that long COVID thing and not know what was happening. And Lou Clarebert, I think he'd got COVID at the time. So the story was he's going off the world champ soon. Zach's dealing with long COVID. There's an article here. So that was real funny. I was on the news for that. But it was scary. I honestly thought that I was done with
Yeah.
swimming. I thought that was it. I thought I was like, I don't know. Like, I think I was like in my head, I was like, I'll be fine. Like, surely it'll come right. But like, there was that real possibility that I'd swum my last race. Yeah.
Thank God you haven't.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting through the time here. Have you got anything juicy? That's a no.
I'll just say short-term or long-term goals. Like, do you want to go to the next Olympics or like a
Great question.
game?
That's the question that these kids bloody ask me all the time. They go,
Why don't we reword that a little bit? Where's Zac Reid in 5 years?
what's
He's going to
next?
be a business mogul. You know, he's out there coaching. He's got 100 kids who are all his little proteges.
Yeah.
What is 5 years?
Yeah, even 5 years sounds scary. I think I've like in the last like 2-3 weeks, I've made some goals. Like I've sat down with myself, which sounds funny.
No, it doesn't.
Sat down with myself and I've talked to
Yourself.
Myself, but also
did you answer
people
yourself
around me.
back?
Yeah, I did. He picked up. I called. He picked up. I sat down and I talked to Dad as well, and Dad would love for me to be at LA for swimming.
Sure.
Like he when I made the decision to come back from Dunners and kind of stop swimming, he understands it fully.
Yeah.
But there's a part of him that goes, like you could be special, and there's not, and he understands that there's not, for me with swimming now, there's not that burning desire.
Yeah.
Swimming, I think I've done my dash in the pool professionally for swimming.
Yeah.
However, for surf lifesaving, I think I've got a lot more to offer.
Just starting.
And yeah, so like I've like something that didn't pop up in the AI thing. So I'm a junior world record holder in the 200 obstacles for surf lifesaving and like a 6-time world champion.
Yeah.
For surf. So
Did you say 6-time world champion?
Yeah, for junior worlds. So like I did all this stuff, but that was as a swimmer. And so now I'm learning to paddle ski, paddle board, and I want to do pool rescue. And so there's world champs next year. I don't know if I've left it too late or not for that, but there's also world champs in 2028, right? And so like 26, 28 at that age for surf is sweet. For swimming, it's a lot harder on the body. There's talks of surf being in the Olympics in 2032 in Brisbane.
That'd be super cool, man.
So that's something I think that will be. I don't think it will be surf as we know it. I think it will be more of like there might be the Ironman, like skiboard swim race, and maybe like a couple relays.
Yeah.
So that will be like very hard to get into, obviously, but it's the Olympics. But if that is there, that could be a goal. But I think the immediate goal is get back into like really fighting shape. Like I'm not in bad shape at the moment. I'm a healthy weight. I'm not a high performance weight, so that will take a little bit of work, which I'm sweet with doing. But I think for me now it's just about having fun with what I'm doing as well, and just setting challenges around competitions. And like I want to be New Zealand's premier surf swimmer. So I want to be the guy that Surf NZ calls up and go, right, we got a surf race, you got to win it. And it's like, I've been that, but
hold my beer.
Yeah, like I've been that guy before, so it's like I know what it takes. I know I can be there, especially now that I've got a bit more size to me as well. That's a big part of it. You're starting on a running line. You've got to be able to shoulder your way into the water, run through the water hard. You're swimming around a can. You're smashing into people. So it's like I'm more built for that now than I was back then. So I think that's what's next for me is just seeing where I can take myself. But also on the coaching side, I've got some pretty cool goals with some kids, and I don't talk about those at all. That's something between me and them, and they know that. So
that's awesome.
That's
But
cool.
they some pretty cool stuff brewing up with those kids, and I fully back them with what they want to do. Yeah.
a couple of points before we wrap this up because we're getting there.
Yeah.
Flannagan Cup.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know anything about the Flannagan Cup.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, what the hell is this Flannagan Cup thing? And the reason I come across it, so my job, essentially take pictures for houses.
Yeah.
For people to sell.
Yeah.
Neil Parkinson from Bailey's.
Bailey's, yeah.
He said to me, I said, what are you doing this weekend? He goes, I'm going to go for a swim in the Flannagan Cup. And I was like, what the hell's the Flannagan Cup? So he told me about the Flannagan Cup. Do you know what the Flannagan Cup is?
No idea.
Flannagan Cup is a 3.6 kilometre open water race in New Plymouth. Zac is the first swimmer to achieve a four-peat in the event's 105-year history. There you go. It's a very old thing. And you're talking about surf. Now, I know I don't know what it's like to run in that, but one of my ex, she was very much in the surf lifesaving stuff like that, and I watched in the boat side of it.
Yeah.
And holy shit, you've got to be a machine to do that. And what you're saying, like, you're saying you're a bigger guy now and all that kind of stuff, and that's going to help and all that good stuff. How did the Flannagan Cup fit into that? Because that is essentially in a roundabout way an open race as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so when I was 14, with New Zealand open water, so that's 5K.
Yeah.
Sue made me do it in Taupo.
Yeah.
I did it. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. Pretty much walked out of the water and said, if you make me do that again, I am quitting. That wasn't like a 14-year-old saying that and she's like, yeah, whatever. She knew that I meant what I said.
Yeah, you look like you meant what you said just then too.
I had and that was still one of the worst experiences of my life. And but so 3.6K, sweet, right? There's a 2K swim in Rotorua as well. I'm sweet with. It was just like it was cold in Taupo. It was so the Flannagan Cup. We support it as an Aquablade Swimming Club. Will always support it, and so like last year with this year in February with Fitzroy, I made a lot of my Fitzroy kids go and do it because I said to them, I was like, right, if you're not swimming through Aquablades at it, I want you guys to support it because it's such a cool piece of swimming history for Taranaki.
105 years, man.
Long time. So there's nothing really around the start of February for swimming. Yeah. So like that was just like it turns into a training session. So we'd actually go out to the pool in the morning, do like 3 or 4K warm up and then roll down to the beach and do it. And so like as I got older, I like was winning it. There was a couple of times where I sat on someone's feet who was like the fastest the whole time and I bet them at the end. Yeah. This year I kind of went into it. I think it was like a big anniversary or something. They did a story and they're pushing it in and I was like, they're like, you're going to win it? I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to turn up and swim my hardest. And I actually got second. Some dude rolled down from Auckland in a wetsuit. I didn't wear a wetsuit. So wetsuits are way faster. Okay. Way faster. So I might have to wear one next year. But he rolled in and like, he's a good open water swimmer. Like I know who he is. I was like, damn, you came all the way from Auckland for like you couldn't let me have it. But but no, that was I didn't do any training for it either. So like I just kind of rolled in and just was like, right, let's just do it. And it was fun. I think this coming Flannagan Cup, there's a bit of money being put out for a prize, not a heap, but like enough to
make it worth running for.
There might be a couple of people sniffing around, and so Flannagan Cup, I'll try be the first to win it 5 times.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. That'd be so cool, man. Yeah. That'd be super cool. Do you have a nice little wrap up there, buddy, or shall we?
No, I don't.
Oh, my. Yeah.
This is like your moment, man.
Yeah. No.
This is your moment. All right. So you didn't know this coming into this. But we have this thing. We have 2 traditions actually in this podcast. Right. One of them is the Daily Spoon. Yeah. No one got it.
Well, I would get it.
Fair, but we're too late in the game now. The other one is our previous guest leaves a question for the upcoming guest, and they don't know who the guest is, or anything like that, or what topics of conversation we're going to be talking about, or anything like that. And it has become our task to slip said question in. Okay. Would you like to take a guess as to what question that was?
Nah, I don't know. What?
Okay, cool. So JVP was our previous guest. Jack Van Breen. Yeah. And his question was, what was your least favourite subject at school?
Oh, right. Well, you did that quite well because I think I started talking about something.
Yeah, you did. And I was like, I'm going to slide on in, man.
You guys, you nailed that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But of course, that leaves us with no question for our next guest.
Yeah, damn. That's putting me on the spot, though, because I want to make a question that makes you guys look like idiots.
It's fine. You can take a moment to think about it. While you think about that... Oh, shit.
Wrong button again.
You need labels on them, man.
They have labels. They're just really small. I know. Give me straight. This will do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming near the end here. We want to take a moment to thank Zac for coming on the podcast. He has been an absolute pleasure to have. Definitely top 7 guests that we've had. Nice. Definitely number 1 at the moment. But... But we also want to take a moment to thank the Golf Zone for having us here. We've obviously been plugging them quite a lot here. Paul's been gracious enough to give us this wonderful space upstairs to use as a studio. So with that said, if you or anyone you know is having trouble with their golf game, or they want to upgrade their clubs, they want a club fitting, the Golf Zone in New Plymouth is Taranaki's #1 and ultimate one-stop golf shop. They are located at 44 Molesworth Street, right in the heart of the CBD. The Golf Zone has everything you need to hit fairways with confidence, from top-tier clubs by Callaway, and no one else cares about Titleist, and cutting-edge GPS devices by Garmin and Bushnell. Not to mention the stylish men's and women's golf apparel that blends comfort and performance. They have got it all. So whether you're chasing a lower handicap or just loving the game, visit the Golf Zone in store, tell them we sent you, or online at golfzone.co.nz. So tee up your best game today with the Golf Zone, Taranaki's leading golf retailer. How are you getting on with that question, mate?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'll give you a question that will create a talking point, hopefully. So whoever your guest is, whatever they've achieved in life, liken it to the saying, if you could rewind back to 10 years old, would you change anything?
Oh, I like that.
Because I like those ones.
That's deep. Yeah, I almost was going to ask you that, actually.
Yeah, I like those, like going back, because like the obvious answer is always, no, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you ask it in the right way, or if they've dealt with something, or I feel like you can get a talking point out of it.